Okay, next up is a cold pressed watercolor paper. This one is called Fluid watercolor paper. It's not cotton, it's actually cellulose, so it's plant fiber. Most of your good quality watercolor papers are going to be cotton. So try and read that. Ah ha ha. Okay, there was almost zero bleed in that, which is good. There's less bleed than the Stonehenge for sure. Ooh, it's a little dark. Oopsie. This is a great technique. I'm doing kind of an ass-up job about it because this was actually an error that I put down, so hooray! But this is one of the best techniques for blending the Copics, is actually just lifting the pigment and being able to move it around because of the absorption of the paper and the blendability of the markers. I'm really such a pimp right now for Copic, but I really love them. I've never had this much fun with markers before. But you can lift the pigment and spread it around, similar to a paintbrush. And I'm sure other markers do it, but I've had my experience with Copic, so I haven't completely obliterated that horrible line, but so this behaves actually really similarly to the Stonehenge. There's less bleed on the line work. I'm getting a considerable amount of spread though on the saturation. It's like the fibers pull it in and then spread it out. So as much as this is beautiful for holding a lot of pigment and blending it, you can see it's really moving outside of the lines of where I originally put it down. So you need to be careful about that. It can be a neat effect. I've done a ton of portraits, I've done like 6 with both the Stonehenge and the watercolor paper. I love the watercolor paper for its ability to hold it, but it really bleeds out. Not in single lines. I guess it's by putting it over and over and over. I'm lifting up the whatever sizing happens to be on it, and so it's getting really absorbent. This particular paper, oh, there we go, is gummed on 2 sides. Aw, see? Boo. That's a disadvantage. It went through and it ruined the piece underneath. That looks kind of neat, but I mean, do you want to ruin every other piece of paper? So I could take one of these off and tape it down. That's not a big deal.